Man. Jason Goes to Hell, man. We're going to be seeing Jason this whole entire movie. Wow, I wonder how he's going to get sucked down to hell. I wonder how many people he's going to kill in this movie. Wow. Wait a minute. Jason ain't even in this movie. He's in it for 15 minutes. He's too busy. What is he doing? Throwing up in somebody's mouth. Looking like the leech lady from the Puppet Master. This ain't no Friday the 13th I've ever seen. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Futchie's Horror Movies and More. And today, I'm talking about possibly the worst Jason movie ever made. Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Even though we know it ain't gonna be The Final Friday, because Jason's always gonna keep coming back. This is from 1993, and once again stars Kane Hodder as the beloved Jason Voorhees. Even though we only get him for probably about 15 minutes. It begins, it's about the best part. The beginning is probably the best part. Because you actually think this is going to be another Friday the 13th movie. There's a cabin. Jason's there stalking this good-looking chick. And you're like, okay, this is pretty good. It's going to be good. Then Jason pops up. I don't like the look of him at all. His mask is like embedded into his face. And his outfit is like the color of denim. For some reason, I don't like it at all. He looks really chunky in this one. He grunts and moans more than ever. I know he's done it in the past a little bit, but this time it's just constant. The SWAT team ends up showing up because that lady was actually a SWAT officer, played a trick on Jason. They blow him up, and yeah. That's all you're going to see of Jason until the end of this movie. I know it's sad. I get it. But they blow him up and everything, and you think it's all good. But you didn't know that Jason isn't Jason. Jason is an entity. He can go into any body that he wants to go into conveniently that we never knew about. And it's just, this story makes up so much mythology about Jason that we never knew previously that we're just left saying what the hell, and nobody really cares. Because it was never mentioned in any other movie, any other time. In this movie, he also has a half-sister that we never knew about. I guess they wanted to go kind of the Michael Myers way on this one and give him a family member with a backstory. Not necessary. It's Jason. He goes to camp, he kills teens that are going to have sex, and do drugs and party. That's what Jason is. Not this mangled backstory that is just super confusing and nobody really cares about at this point, being the 9th installment. The kills in this movie, there is a lot of blood in this movie. I will give it that. A lot of graphic kills, but it's just not the same when Jason's not the one doing it. He passes. The coroner starts off this passing of Jason through people's bodies by eating Jason's beating heart and somehow mesmerizes, like, I don't even know, just beats, and then he magically just keeps looking at it all strange, and then all of a sudden he just goes ahead and has an all-you-can-eat buffet on Jason's heart. And then all these stupid lights keep shooting into the corner to turn him into Jason. It's just not good. It's not good. It looks like he's eating a giant turd, to be honest with you. And then whenever he has to pass Jason to the next person, that's how it has to happen. It comes out of the dude's mouth and into the next dude. Just like he ate a turd and then he's passing that turd to the next guy. It's disgusting. It's stupid. And this movie just plain sucks. The only iconic kill that I can even have in this whole movie is definitely the tent kill. When the coroner sticks that sign through that girl's chest and rips it the whole way up, splitting her in half to the top of her head. That's it. Honestly. I thought this movie was more comedic than in the kills than anything. I just couldn't take this movie seriously at all. We meet Creighton Duke. Some people love him, some people hate him. He's probably like the only part of this movie that I even enjoyed, to be honest with you. Especially when the news reporter says, say the first thing that comes to mind when I say two words. Jason Voorhees. I think of a little girl in a pink dress, sticking a hot dog through a donut.
Well, that makes me think of a little girl in a pink dress, sticking a hot dog through a donut.
That's pretty much it. He's about the only character that I even care about, and even that's slim. Because he's the one who has all this mythology that we never knew about. And then the Necronomicon is in this movie from the Evil Dead. And I guess that's how Jason comes back to life all these times. That's how his mother brought him back to life. Never knew nothing about it. I think they just threw that shit in there. Seeing what would stick, seeing what wouldn't. And obviously nothing stuck because after this movie they went a different direction anyway. So that's just saying how shitty this movie was. A thing that didn't make sense to me is that whenever the coroner was trying to switch his body, he had to shave the police officer first. I don't know if Jason has a thing against chest hair and facial hair or whatnot, but he had to shave him to make sure he looked
the best a
up to
man
Jason's
can
standards
get.
before hopping in that body, you know? Makes no sense. Nothing in this movie makes sense. And that's why it's at the bottom of pretty much everyone's rankings and why everybody hates it. And I thought Jason Takes Manhattan was bad. This one's even worse. We also learned throughout this movie that the only way Jason Voorhees can be killed is if he is killed by a Voorhees. And the only way he can be reborn is through a Voorhees. Which is more awesome stuff that we don't really need to know or care about. And we'd appreciate if the stuff would stop getting made up and trying to change who Jason is. And it's just not... This movie's just not a good movie to watch. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, but it's just not a good movie. You pretty much follow this whole Steven and Jessica. That's who pretty much the main people are in this movie. Jessica is Diana's daughter, which was Jason's half-sister's daughter. And Steven, I guess, was her boyfriend or fiance. They didn't really elaborate into it, and I'm assuming they have a baby together. That Steven really didn't know about. But Jessica's the only one left that can kill Jason. So they explain, Creighton Duke explains there's this dagger, and once Jessica touches it, it turns into this magical dagger. Woo! And that's the only way that Jason can be killed. If Jessica stabs Jason in the heart with the dagger, and he will go to hell forever. Or so we think. God, it's just so corny. This movie's so corny, it's not even funny. The final fight scene that takes place at this, I don't know if it's the Voorhees house or what, some mansion looking thing. The final fight between Steven and Jason is more comedic than anything. Steven hits Jason with a shovel, then Jason hits Steven, whacking him with the shovel handle and shit. Steven climbs in the jungle gym, and then Jason comes over and knocks over the jungle gym, and he's dragging him. What Jason is this? What Jason is this? Jason doesn't play with his food, okay? He ain't a child. He goes in and he kills them. So I don't know why he's dragging this shit on with Steven, playing around, whacking him with a handle. Just kill him. But he had to stall long enough for Jessica to go find the dagger that fell through the floorboards and come back up and stab Jason. And then this beam comes down like he's being teleported in Star Trek. These other orange lights are coming out of his body again. Oh, this is a terrible produced movie. It is so corny. This looks like a made-for-TV movie with a little more violence. This movie should have never happened, and I'm glad that they never went anywhere else with this one because it was so stupid. But finally, Jason goes down the hill. These big-ass hands come out through the ground and grab him down. Whatever the hell that is. The only good thing about this whole movie is the last 2 seconds when you see Jason's mask laying there in the dirt. And Freddy's glove comes up, and you hear Freddy's laugh, and he drags his mask down the hill. That's it. But we don't get Freddy versus Jason for another decade. So hold on to your freaking panties, because it ain't coming anytime soon. So if you haven't been able to tell by the way I've been talking about this shitty ass movie, I give Jason Goes to Hell a 0.5 star out of 5, making it a fucking shit show. And honestly, I said it before, but this one I will probably never watch again. Ever. Unless I gotta do a show like Dave McRae's like Two Dudes and Some Bullshit, and watching it with somebody else, I ain't never watching this movie again. You know, I apologize for such a negative review coming off of my super positive review for the Slumber Party Massacre, but this movie is straight ass. And I'm glad it's over. But I want to thank you guys for checking it out. I want to thank everybody who subscribes. If you're still not subscribed and you're watching the videos, you might as well just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. And I'm a little ways away, but trying to get that push for 100. I'd love to get 100 subscribers by the end of August. So go ahead and share this video, leave your thoughts about this movie in the comments below. And yeah, keep a lookout for my next Halloween review, which will be coming very soon. And then I'll be moving on to Jason X. So, hold on. Sorry I had to get Jason out of my body. Have a scary day.